Hank says, my sister-in-law has recently come out to her husband, my wife's brother, that she has had an affair with her female yoga instructor and wants to get a divorce. They have 3 children, one of whom is on the autism spectrum, and she has said that they can still co-parent and have a great story, whatever the hell that means. Short of the advice to not divorce that my wife and I have given them, what information can I provide to dissuade them from a monumentally stupid decision? Well, this is the power of family separation, right? And I'm not talking about the parents. It's that it's bad for the kids, and the kids will be under no obligation to see them in the future. And does she want to really give up a lifelong relationship potentially with her 3 children because of some crazed lesbian yoga instructor? I would assume not, right? Because here's the thing, right? So parents act really shitty. Why? Because they know that society is going to force their kids to see them for the rest of their lives no matter what. And then, someone like me comes along, and I'm not the only one. Dr. Phil's talked about it, a bunch of other people talked about it, but it's still not common parlance. I come along and say, hey, you know what? If your parents are abusive, if your parents are toxic, if your parents are unrelentingly nasty, you don't have to see them. It's called freedom. It's called free will, baby. It's called moral responsibility. You don't have to see abusive people. Doesn't matter if they're your parents. In fact, if it's your parents, it's kind of even more important because you didn't choose that relationship, right? Your parents are the one unchosen relationship in your life. So since you didn't choose them, they should have the highest standards of behavior. I am responsible for the highest standards of behavior to my daughter. The highest standard of behavior. She didn't choose me. Didn't choose me. Whereas what happens is that people just sit there and take children for granted, that they're going to be able to guilt and manipulate and bully them so they can treat them like shit, like the same way the DMV treats you like shit because you've got nowhere else to go. They've got a monopoly, right? Same way that the tax departments treat you like shit sometimes because they got the power of the gun, right? And so why are parents so mean sometimes, right? So why are so many parents so mean? Why do more children get hit than spouses? Because spouses can leave. Privatizing the family is essential to the freedom of the species. Because if children have no choice all the way through their lives but to go and trudge over and see their abusive parents, what reason would the abusive parents have to reform themselves? Right? The free market works everywhere. The free market and voluntarism is quality. It is quality. And there's nothing else that will produce quality other than the free market and voluntary relationships. If you want quality in the family must be voluntary. Now, it can't be voluntary when the kids are little, but it sure as hell can be voluntary when they become adults. Privatizing the family, bringing free market, voluntary trade principles to the family is how you improve parenting. You move it from the public sector to the private sector. You move it from coerced to voluntary, from bullying to chosen. That's how you do it. That's how you improve parenting. It's like when there were all of these industries in the Soviet Union, you couldn't improve them except by privatizing them. It's the same thing with the family. So yeah, just remind them that there are thinkers out there who are going to remind their kids that they don't have to deal with the selfish mom who blew up the entire family because she liked the thigh gap of some yoga instructor. And is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Your kids are going to be around as, let's say that the kids are young. So the kids, and let's say the mom is I don't know, 40 and the kids are in their 8 to 15 or whatever it is, right? Okay. So your kids are going to be around for another 40 years. Can you really say the same for the yoga instructor? Pfft, of course not. I mean, and also the yoga instructor is a psycho bitch enough to bust up a family. Like, that's a shitty human being, man. That's a totally shitty human being. That's a garbage human being who's going to bungee in with her yoga pants and bust up a family. So you scare the sister-in-law into her common sense. She's going to run off with this yoga instructor. She's going to find out that the yoga instructor is crazier than a bag of Chinese Wuhan bat soup. And then the yoga instructor's going to run off. Something's going to happen. There's going to be some blow up. And her parents are going to be like, nope, thanks. Gave it a shot. But you chose the yoga instructor. Guess what? Welcome to your life with the yoga instructor. And not with me. That's the reality. That's how you do it. Now, if she does decide to run off with the yoga instructor and destroy the lives of her own children, well, they're probably better off without her. That's harsh, but it's probably true. All right.